SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Hey there, científicos. How are you on this spring day? Ooh, it sounds like most of you are doing well. That makes me really happy. I'm enjoying the lovely weather and the beautiful flowers, even though they give me allergies. Maybe we should have added allergies to our chart from yesterday. Do you remember what question we're investigating this week? We can reread it for those that don't remember. Why do we have different seasons? So that's a difficult question. We started answering it yesterday by talking about the season we know, spring. And this is the season that we're in right now. I started doing some research last night, and I remembered something that could really help us out. Last season on SF Loves Learning, we talked about time, and one way to measure time is with the seasons of the year. And I think that rewatching it will help us think a little more about our question. Let's go ahead and rewatch that clip together. Do you remember which month fall starts? But how about you remembered? Fall starts in the middle of September. Each season lasts about 3 months, so let's count 3 months later to figure out when winter starts. So if we start in September, let's say 1 month for each finger. October, November, December. So winter will start in December. Let's go ahead and place fall and winter. September, December. Okay. In December. Our next season after winter is spring. Let's count 3 months from December. Remember, after December, the last month of the year, we start over again with January. So January, February, March. Oh. So that means that the spring season starts in March. Great. That means that summer will be next. Let's count the 3 months of spring to determine when summer will start. So we start with March and count 3 months ahead. April, May, June. Okay, so summer starts in June. And then the summer should end in September. Ah, wow. Scientists, let's take a moment to think about all the information that we got from that clip. Oh, I remember so much. There are 4 seasons in the year: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And each season lasts 3 months. And spring started in the middle of March and will end in the middle of June. What season comes after spring? Did you say summer? That's right. Summer is the season that comes after spring, and then fall, and then winter, and then the spring again. That must be one of the patterns, remember? So seasons have weather patterns, and I guess the seasons also follow a pattern. Scientists, I would really like to make another chart with you. I feel like we're getting closer to answering our question. I would like to talk about what we've noticed and experienced during the summer season. What's different from spring? Oh, those are some interesting summer patterns. I heard some scientists say that it's warmer and sunnier. Those are 2 things that we can add to our chart. Warmer and sunnier. Great. You know what else I noticed about summer? I noticed that the sun rises earlier and sets a lot later. We get sunlight for more time during the day. Have any of you noticed that? Some of you have. I want to add this to our chart. Can I say more daytime? What do you think? Okay, I'll add it. More daytime. More playtime. Wow, científicos, I feel like we already have so many things that we noticed about the summer. Let's reread what we have on this chart. and you could copy it at the same time. Summer patterns. It's warmer, sunnier, and more daytime. And remember, we were identifying what's different from spring. Oh, well, let's talk about it. Have you noticed any differences between spring and summer? That's what I noticed too. Summer has more sunlight and is way warmer. We also didn't mention anything about plants during the summer though. I think it's because there isn't a great change. Or maybe we should pay more attention to plants during the summer. Well, scientists, I think we're getting close to the end of our time, but I want us to start thinking about what we're going to discuss tomorrow. We still have 2 seasons out of the 4 that we haven't talked about. Which seasons will we talk about tomorrow? That's right, fall and winter. Fall is my favorite season. After the end of our time together, I want you to think about what you know about fall and winter. What do you remember about both seasons? Think about that before we meet again tomorrow. Thank you for learning with me today, and please enjoy the rest of the show. We have great things prepared for you. See ya.
Hello, my name is Aaliyah and I am part of the George Washington High School beginning choir. So here's a song that we wrote called The Earth Is Our Friend. We wrote all of the music and the lyrics to this song, and we chose this topic because it's very important today about the earth and helping it and its natural resources. So without further ado, this is our song and we hope you really enjoy it.
The earth is our friend, let's take care of our friend. Let's be kind, help our friend. Let's lend a hand, both of our hands. We can do it all together now. Take my hand, hold it up high. We need you right here and now. Take my hand, reach into the sky. We need you to save our planet. The earth is our home. Let's take care of our home. Let's protect our only home. Ask your friends, ask your neighbors, so the planet will be green and enjoy our happy home. Take my hand, hold it up high. We need you right here and now. Take my hand, reach into the sky. We need you to save our planet. Our world is struggling and we're running out of time. Ice is melting, heat is squelching. The animals are losing their homes. Let us hear the earth cry. We can give up a try. Take my hand, hold it up high. We need you right here and now. Take my hand, reach into the sky. We need you to save our planet. Take my hand, hold it up high. We need you right here and now. Take my hand, reach into the sky. We need you to save our planet.
Hello, scholars. My name is Araceli Leon. It's so nice to read with you again today. We'll be reading Alejandro's Gift by Richard E. Albert, illustrated by Sylvia Long, with permissions from Chronicle Books. This is a special read aloud because it's going to be read in 2 parts. Today we are going to read part 1, And tomorrow you'll get to hear the next part of the book. Let's get started. Alejandro's Gift. Alejandro's Gift. Alejandro's small adobe house stood beside a lonely desert road. Beside the house stood a well and a windmill to pump water from the well. Water for Alejandro and for his only companion, a burro, a donkey. It was a lonely place, and Alejandro welcomed anyone who stopped by to refresh themselves at the well. But visitors were few, and after they left, Alejandro felt lonelier than ever. Can you see where the well is? Can you notice where the windmill is? To more easily endure the lonely hours, Alejandro planted a garden filled with carrots, beans, and brown onions, tomatoes and corns, melons and squash, small red peppers. Most mornings found Alejandro tending the garden, watching it grow. These were times he cherished. He often stayed for hours, working until driven indoors by the desert heat. The days went on, one after another, with little change, until one morning when there was an unexpected visitor. This visitor came not from the desert road, but from the desert itself. A ground squirrel crept from the underbrush, waving warily over the sand. It hesitated and looked around. Alejandro paused. Keeping very quiet as the squirrel approached the garden. It ran up one of the furrows, drank its fill of water, and scampered away. After it left, Alejandro realized that it was for those few moments his loneliness had all been forgotten. And because he felt less lonely, Alejandro found himself hoping the squirrel would come again. Do you see the squirrel in this picture? The squirrel did come again, from time to time bringing along small friends. Wood rats and pocket gophers, jackrabbits, kangaroo rats, pocket mice, birds too became aware of Alejandro's garden. Roadrunners, gila woodpeckers, thrashers, cactus wrens, sage sparrows, mourning doves, and others came in the evening to perch on the branches of a mesquite bush or to rest on the arms of a lone saguaro before dropping down for a quick drink before nightfall. Occasionally, even an old desert tortoise could have been seen plodding towards the garden. What animals do you notice on these pages? Suddenly, Alejandro found that time was passing more quickly. He was rarely lonely. He had only to look up from his hoe or from wherever he might be at any moment to find a small friend nearby. For a while, this was all that mattered to Alejandro, but after a time he wasn't so sure. He began asking himself if there was something more important than just making himself less lonely. It took Alejandro little time to see there was. He began to realize that his tiny desert friends came to his garden not for company but for water, and he found himself thinking of the other animals in the desert. Animals like the coyote and the desert gray fox, the bobcats, the skunks, the badgers, and the long-nosed coatis, the pecaries, sometimes called javelinas, the short-tempered wild pigs of the desert, the antlered mule deer, the does, the fawns. Finding enough water was not the problem. With his windmill and well, Alejandro could supply ample water for any and all. Getting it to those who needed it was something else. The something else, Alejandro decided, was a desert water hole. What animals do you see on this page? We'll stop there. Right now, Alejandro's thinking of creating a desert water hole. How do you think that's going to turn out? What do you think will happen? I can't wait to hear what you think and read more with you tomorrow. We'll continue part 2 of Alejandro's gift tomorrow. So great to read with you. Until tomorrow.
Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad that every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is well.
Wow, that is so fresh and so sweet. Oh, bonjour, hola, nehoma, namaste, aloha, dancers. It's me, Miss Mora, with San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities program. And today I came to my favorite place in the spring, and it's the Rose Garden near my home. And there are tiny buds coming out and starting to grow, and there are big flowers already full of life. And today I thought we could dance for some of our favorite gifts of spring. Do you have some favorite things that spring brings to you? And do you know why spring comes? Do you know why we have seasons? Well, we are going to explore that today with our bodies, all of those ideas. Take a deep breath of your favorite spring fragrance. Oh. Now let's investigate some of our favorite gifts of spring with our moving bodies. Do you have a favorite gift of spring? Do you have a spring thing? Do you have a favorite thing that spring brings that you love? Is it the fresh air? Is it the feeling of sunlight on your skin? Can you investigate the places on your skin where you feel sunlight touching? You might have to spread some sunscreen all over your skin. Is it a favorite taste of spring? A flavor? Maybe some fresh lemonade that makes my taste buds wave and wiggle. What does it do in your body? Or is it the sounds of springtime? Can you name some sounds of spring and make those shapes with your bodies? Can you name 3 sounds that you can hear right now? Listen. Or is it the spring celebrations. Cultures and communities all over the world celebrate this magical time of year. Do you have a favorite party dance? Wow, there are so many gifts of spring. Can you name any more? But wait, why do we have these gifts of spring? Why do we have seasons? Do you know? It's the tilt of the earth. What? The tilt of the earth. What's a tilt? Another word for tilt is a tip or a bend, an angle. Can you try some of those movements? Or even a dip or a lean? So that means our whole earth, can you make an earth shape? Is not just straight up and down. Can you try some up and down movements? Now let's try a tilt or a bend or a lean. Not only is our amazing earth tilted, but it's also spinning and traveling around the sun. Do you have something near you that can be the sun right now? I have a lemon. You can choose a person or an object. And let's try some tilted season dances. Can you travel around the sun and tilt your body just like the earth? You could try a tilted crawl or tilted jumps. You could tilt near the sun or far away. Or you could just take a tilted pause. Thank you so much for joining and celebrating the gifts of spring. Primavera, le printemps. Did you discover some new gifts that you love? Do you remember why we have these gifts of spring? Why the seasons change? That's right, it's the tilt of the earth, the lean, the bend, the dip. And because we have been dancing and expressing these ideas with our moving bodies, we can say, I can make a dance that expresses an idea. Can you try that? Oh, dancers, till next time, keep dancing. Miss Mora, out. I gotta smell this flower one more time.
Welcome to the Harp Studio. Today you're going to get a chance to listen to some traditional music from Ireland. The harp that I'm sitting at is similar to traditional harps in Ireland, and how they work is on each string we're able to move a lever. And what do those levers do to the strings? Let's see. So for example, if I play the C string, which is red, and then if I move the lever up, it makes the note higher. And that's the same on every string. We have a lever that we can move to do that. Our red strings are C's, our blue strings or black strings are F's. And that's how we know where we are to find our notes on the harp. Please enjoy the traditional music of Ireland.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today, and I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly, bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, why yes, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF loves learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair, wave your belly, and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a ti, 欢迎 SFUSD. Everyone come and see SFUSD. Join our family. S is for students.